Y'all come on in, baby. Come on in. I wait for everybody to come on in. 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 Y'all keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come in. Y'all know when I go live. Y'all know I'm gonna go live. Keep on coming in. Keep coming in. Keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come on in. That's right. Keep on coming in. Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in.
There's no budget here at the Boom Boom Room. See, we have no glam squad here. There's no hairstylist, no nail technician, no makeup artist, just you. This is a do-it-yourself type of gig over here, sweetie. So guess what? This will separate the little girl from the women. Now let's get to it.
Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in.
Well,
y'all come on in, baby.
What's up, everybody? It's another Wednesday night, and it is time for our point of view. And it's what? Time to get your judge, honey. Yes, ma'am. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, but what I want y'all to do most importantly is to click like, click share, and share to everybody what's going on Facebook and YouTube land, because this is what we do every Wednesday night. We get our point of view across.
we get our judge.
We get our judge. Hi, Coco. Welcome back.
I'm back.
You back, girl?
Yes, I'm back.
It was your best friend's birthday. How was that last week?
I don't remember.
Oh, so that means it was great. Hi, Juan. Hi, Efren. Hey, Landis. Hey, Gemini. Christopher, Tony, Diamante, Jason, Levique, Jeremiah. Welcome. Gregory, what's going on, child? And Lenise and everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning in each and every week right here at Our Point of View. Child, I got in this morning from Phoenix at I landed at 1 something, so I didn't get home till probably like 2:30 in the morning. So I am just like, child, because I had a photo shoot yesterday in Phoenix, and then I didn't leave that till really late. But I'm here, and we got our show together. I finally got it together. And
it's together?
Yes, it's together,
ready.
And it's ready.
Okay, it's seasoned?
Okay, it got all the seasons in it. Hey,
is
daughter.
it in or out the oven?
It's out the oven. It's
okay.
out the oven, and it's time to get our judge. But this weekend, I went to El Paso, and I had a great time there with my mother, Alexis Davenport, my sister, Armanda Davenport. It was the Icon U.S. Survey weekend there in El Paso, and it was a prelim to Miss Gay, Texas U.S. Survey at large, and all those entertainers were there. Tasha was there, my niece Tasha, she's a friend to the show. She was there also, and yeah, you can take that down now. Yeah. And and Alexis Paris, and so it was a great time. We had a really, really good time. You know, they drink down there in the Paso, honey. They drink. So I was trying to take it easy, not too much. Okay, very, very easy. And then I went. The next day, I went to Phoenix for Royal Continental, and it was a great time there also. We had so much fun. There's everybody, Junie and Broslyn, Chantel, Silky, Miss Continental, Xavier, Desiree DeMornay. So Summer Breeze is going to Continental Plus under Royal. Stefan is going under Mr. And the Miss was Eva Angelica Stratton. And then they're also going to send Silky as Royal Icon and Zia De Janeiro as Royal Icon Elite. So all of those people will be in Chicago Labor Day weekend competing for Miss Continental whatever division.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to everybody. And I also got to spend time with my Universal Show Queen sisters, Cassandra and Junie. They were there also. Junie, like I said, is going to Continental Elite. And Cassandra is a celebrity hairstylist. She used to style for Janet Jackson. And she's both of them are former Universal Show Queens, which I will be giving up October 8th in Honolulu, Hawaii. So I hope you guys can come and get your gist on the beaches and all that kind of things and enjoy the sunshine and the loveliness in Hawaii. But I'm also going to St. Louis June 5th for the St. Louis Pride Brunch. And I will be there with Samora Bonet and Seymour Chilton and some other fabulous entertainers at the Bullock Rooftop Bar. And it said, what is it? I don't know. It'll be some other people, but it's going to be between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. and you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. So if you're in St. Louis area, please come and see us on the St. Louis Brunch June 5th. And then this weekend, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm going to see my girl Anita Baker, baby, on Saturday. I'm going to see Anita Baker say, "Sweet love,
Hey.
hear me call,
Uh-huh.
honey, I feel no shame."
Uh-huh.
Yes, I cannot wait to see her. And then I will be back in Dallas on Sunday for Miss Gay US Survey Week. And it starts on Sunday. Tasha will be the representative giving up for Universal for US Survey Classic. And then we also have friend to the show, my little sister, Kennedy Davenport, will be giving up her title starting on Tuesday. So if you're in the Dallas area, you're planning to come down, I can't wait to see you. Or come on down and see some good drag. It'll be a good time that whole week at Miss USA in Dallas. If you want to subscribe with us, advertise with us, please hit me up no later than Tuesday night so we can get you advertised right here on Our Point of View. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube and hit that bell so you'll know whenever we post or do anything Our Point of View wise. And we might have a little after show tonight depending on how things going. In honor of Neil, I'm drinking Sweet Red tonight.
Nice. Fancy.
Yeah, real fancy. Speaking of Neil, let's bring Neil Dupree in, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Neil. What's going on?
Nothing. Drinking my Sweet Red now.
Yes. In honor of Neil, it's a Sweet Red night. Cheers.
Yes.
Let's welcome in Dominique Sanchez.
Oh, hey y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Good to see everybody.
Hey, Dominique.
Hi, Chevelle.
Good to see you too. How you doing? Can
I'm
you not hear
good.
me?
Huh? You kind of breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
No, now we can't hear you. You're cutting out. Hey, Mr. D, Diamante, Juan. How is everybody?
I don't know what.
Hey, Lenise. Oh, Nicole the
I don't know what
Trade.
that's about. Let's bring in Nicole Love Dupree.
Hi.
¿Cómo está?
You dainty now.
Hi, Nicole.
¿Cómo está?
Muy bien, y tú?
See.
True. And we have a special guest tonight. Let's welcome in. Oh, well, wait. Let's welcome in Miss Black Universe, Giselle Lord.
Hi, Giselle. Hello.
Hi, Giselle.
Girl, come join us.
Unmute yourself.
Come a little closer, Giselle.
Yeah, she's so far
Yeah,
away.
join us.
Go a little bit closer. A little bit closer. No, come up a little bit more.
And unmute
There you go, sister.
yourself.
Yes.
Is
There
that
you go. Hello.
Hello.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
unmute
Hello,
yourself.
hello.
You're not at the pageant, baby.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
That what you tell the
Thank you
trade.
for being
Thank you so
here.
much for having me.
No, that's what they say to
You
me.
tell the trade that.
That's what
Can
they
y'all
say
hear
to
me
me.
okay?
I can use Chevelle.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Yeah,
I can
have
hear
it
you.
so loud.
You lagging a little bit. Hey, Coco.
Okay. Because nobody paying me no attention.
It's good that Coco back.
Okay.
Okay.
Chevelle, you look like
Hey, what's
Coretta
up?
Scott King.
I
I miss you too. Chevelle, you look like
Thank
Coretta
you.
Scott
Okay,
King.
thank
Like you
God
gonna
she
pray
back,
over
honey.
her.
Hello, somebody. Hey,
She lagging boots over there.
Ooh, we.
Oh.
In honor of Tevin, the Weefy.
no, it ain't the
Oh,
weekend.
you don't say.
The Weefy juice.
You maybe unplug the headphones?
Yeah. But y'all don't need me to continue to talk.
No, you
How
are
you been,
now.
Giselle?
I've been good. How have you been?
I'm holding it down.
That's good. That's good.
I'm actually feeling real good and loose tonight. I might get somebody some.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
You were in that same mood last week.
Yeah, but that didn't work out as planned. That didn't work out as planned. Yeah, I am very happy.
Oh my goodness. Trent just landed in LA, Miguel. He said he'll try to come in later.
Yes. Chevelle, we can hear you now.
Yes, Trent is in LA. Okay, y'all can hear me good. I'm good now.
Now your mouth not moving.
No, you're not.
Neil, what is
But
your week look
nonetheless,
like? How did your week
has
look?
everybody been having a good time this week?
Yes. So I guess since Chevelle is having some technical difficulties over there, I have some people from my pageant that I want to bring in so we can kind of discuss the pageant in more detail.
Okay.
So I think Pampers, is he ready to come in? Is he in? So Pampers, you take your hat. Put your head up some so we can see you a little bit. We can see this gorgeous face. So you're on mute too.
I'm sorry. How y'all doing, everybody?
They can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you was.
So Pampers is the other owner with me for the House of Royal. He's also one of the founding members of the House of Tishi. You want to say anything, Pampers?
Well, first I want to say I really want to apologize. I owe somebody on this panel an apology. I want to apologize to you, Dominique. I know you don't really know me, but every week I say something to Neil about your glasses. I'm like, I see her glare, her glass she be wearing on in her nose, but I owe you an apology because I can't see a damn thing trying to be vain.
Honey,
I understand your pain. I need to.
I have to wear my glasses.
Is Giselle ready to come in?
Hey, Barbie. We can't hear you, Barbie.
You on mute, Giselle.
Can't hear you, sis.
No, she act like she didn't know she was gonna be on here.
She on mute.
Are you muted, Giselle?
I'm muted. Okay.
Maybe she
Everybody
connected to
unmute
her.
yourself.
Maybe she's on her ear pods or something.
Maybe if you add 2 more people, it'll look like the Brady
Okay,
Bunch.
can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Giselle. Where you going?
Oh, you didn't know you was gonna be on here tonight.
Huh?
You didn't know you was gonna be on here tonight.
No, I did, but I have to run somewhere really quick. I did. I knew I was gonna be on here. I'm a busy person.
Is
but I'm
Coco
here.
waiting? Or somebody
We
else?
all are.
Coco waiting on you to call out your next person.
That's why I said Coco. Coco Iman Star.
How y'all doing?
Because that's not what she had up there, so you didn't know who that was.
Okay.
Hi, Coco.
But I can't hear what he said though.
I know. He said Coco, but it said the Royal Princess, so you can see what that was.
The
Is she
Royal
in
Princess
there?
Coco. Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And then you have Javon Braxton.
And Javon Braxton.
Perfect.
The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
Before we go on, can y'all hear me good?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Or am I still lagging?
Right.
Okay. Go ahead, Neil, and I'm gonna try to work on my stuff.
Okay, so we've been talking about the pageant the last few episodes and going about giving more details about the pageant. So Giselle, Coco, Pampers, and Javon are going to go into more details about the pageant. What kind of makes our contest different from everybody else pageant, and just like really just the overall excitement that we have for the pageant, because it's going to be different and it's exciting. And I'm gonna let Pampers start first.
Well, first, Giselle,
Who clicking?
Giselle, mute your phone. All right. First, I want to thank the iconic point of view, our point of view for allowing a few minutes out.
It's not even her. It's somebody else clicking.
Okay, there we go. I want to take a few minutes to thank you all for allowing us to discuss our pageant. This is very near and dear to our heart because we wanted to see a change in pageant. Oftentimes we discuss here all the things that we did.
It's you clicking.
Not me clicking. Not me. My stuff is stationary.
It stopped. It stopped. It stopped when you stopped talking.
You can go ahead.
Okay, how about now? Is it me, Nicole?
Not no more.
It never was. Stop playing with me. No, but we oftentimes we hear people talk about, you know, the things that we feel need to evolve in pageantry. And we also hear oftentimes, we often see the merge, the crossover between the ballroom community and the pageant community. So I myself, as a person that is born from both communities, both scenes, I always enjoy and love the best parts of pageantry and ballroom, and we wanted to bring those things together to make something new, exciting, and innovative. And that's what the House of Royal Pageantry System is all about. And just in keeping in vein with that, even our current newcomer Royal Princess and our current King and Queen are both people that are heavily vested in both scenes, being that Giselle is the overall mother of the House of Tishi, the best house in ballroom right now. And Javon is the is the founding father and overall father of the House of Decor. And you know, it's nice for them too. and Coco is walks Drag's face in the House of Balenciaga. So yes, those are the people that we chose to represent us that do a great job inside of both communities. Oh, Neil, you muted.
And we chose
Anybody
Javon.
else?
We chose Javon and Giselle. We didn't choose Coco. She actually won.
We
So-
chose in Coco.
So
Y'all chose her.
So we But we wanted Javon and Giselle because they're somebody who we feel are current, relevant. They have a social media presence. They're attached to both worlds heavily, and they bring just a level of excitement that we're looking for our next king and queen that we'll be crowning. So, it was great to pick these two, but we can't pick the next ones. So they got to do it on their own.
We can.
I think the people would be glad to hear that.
Look, Nicole, I be trying to pick them, but Neil never let me.
No, because he want to.
So going into our category description well, I guess we can start with newcomer first. So our Prince and Princess pageant, they only have 3 categories, so it's not even a lot of categories. They have presentation, which bring it in a royalty look. Whatever you think is a royal look, bring it in that look. That's the only time that the contestants will be speaking, when they say their name and whatever they have to say with their speech. Males will bring sportswear with like head to toe openness. So a headpiece is a must, or something on their head is a must. Females will do evening gown, and then their last category will be talent, no solo gospel talents. So those are the 3 categories for our newcomer pageant. And then for our big division,
our big division for presentation, it is your presentation is American royalty. So whatever your interpretation of American royalty is, we ask that you bring that to life and make it larger than life. That is presentation for the king and queen. Or after presentation, we have what for the females is evening wear, which is a red carpet look. So we're not limited to gowns, but something that is great enough to hit the red carpet at the Met Gala, at the Oscars, at the Golden Globes, at the Emmys. For the gentlemen, we have best dressed. So we want you to bring your fashion that's good enough to be on the cover of Vogue magazine or sit on the runway at the latest fashion show in Paris, New York, Milan. We want you to up the fashion to a whole nother level, and we want it to be confident and entertaining. And the last category for the king and queen division is something new that we're bringing, which is the ultimate royal lip sync battle. It's not going to be your typical talent. We're doing something totally different for talent.
Giselle, and actually,
seems like I'm doing the pageant.
I kind of want Giselle to speak on that category because Giselle is actually the one that came up with the concept for doing this instead of talent.
Okay, so as we were brainstorming on how we could, be innovative and kind of change up pageantry, a lot of times when we go to pageants, talent is long, drawn out, most times boring. And most times we see talents that we've seen over and over and over again. So I was thinking to make things a little more interesting. Everybody likes battle. Everybody likes competition. So what we're going to do for talent is we're going to have a lip sync battle. We're going to post a list of songs months prior to the pageant, so you'll have plenty enough time to learn each song. And the top 6 contestants will battle each other for whatever song is chosen at that moment. You won't know which song it's going to be, but it's going to be one of the songs that was provided and publicized on the flyers. And that's how the judges will determine who wins that category. But I also, too, want to go back and elaborate on presentation about American royalty. We also want you all to really broaden your minds when it comes to that category. American royalty can be anything. We're one of the newest countries, in the world, and so we don't have a king and queen. We don't have all of the type of the historic kings and queens like in Europe and places like that. So I was thinking American royalty could be it could be Little Kim. Little Kim is American. She's rap royalty. It could be anybody. It could be Michelle Obama. It could be Barack Obama. It could be many people that whoever you consider to be American royalty, somebody that has contributed something to our country. So don't think that you have to come out in this crown and things like that. No, it's broad. So yeah, just with those two categories, just have fun. I love the pageant because we're going to be mixing ballroom and pageantry. There's going to be ballroom categories between each pageant category. So hey, I mean, if you're a bad bitch, you can pop out and do one of the ballroom categories as well and win some money. So it's going to be a fun night.
That's right. One of the things that we wanted to do is make sure we kind of eliminated the things that people constantly for years said was the boring part of pageants. How many times have you been seeing in between categories, they bring up an entertainer and everybody walks to the bathroom or to the bar? You know, it's a lot more exciting when, Nicole, you walked one at one of our recent pageants, you competed for best dress. And did you win?
Almost. I was the last two.
Almost. She was in the final battle. We give out cash. We don't have those long drawn out numbers. And I'm especially
they
excited.
Cheated.
Yes, not made it that far. No, but also, you know, like Giselle said, the talents, you know, seeing those same consistent talents. We hope that the battle, these heads up battles, which we've never seen in the past before, provides a lot of excitement to see girls that you want to see in the pageant go head to head competing in a talent based category.
So, but we really want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I was so happy that you all were able to come and tell everybody so much about the pageant and the description of the categories. I'm sure that Neil and Pampers are going to give you so much more information about that. And we want to thank you, Giselle and Prince, and
thank
for
y'all
coming in and helping us tonight. We love you guys.
Good night.
Yes. Good night. Thank you. Oh yes, and you can provide more. I can provide more information with contestant package.
I watched the show. I want to stay on the talk trash with Bill and Trent. And all right, I'm out. Thank y'all.
Bye, Pampers. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, so we're gonna go to a commercial break and then come back and get into our hot topics.
Come on, Coco.
Up and go to work. Ain't nobody taking care of you. Get up and go to work. Now, get up and go to work.
I be thinking we want to keep our kids just because we the nieces and cousins and grandmas. This is for us. What are you talking about? No. I'm F-R-E-E. Yeah, I'm kid free. I ain't watching them kids because they ain't come out of me. I'm F-R-E-E. Yup, I'm kid free. I ain't watching your baby because you gotta pay a fee. You ain't finna go outside. No, I ain't watching your kids, baby. That's a no. She told me come and get them. I was a no-show. I ain't getting your baby. I won't go. Look, they in the back being bad. I do not got time. Oh my God, look at King. He done lost his mind. This is why I don't waste kids. I don't play the time. I ain't watching your kids. I ain't on that time. I'm kid free. Let's go. I'm kid free. Let's go. I'm finna pack the stuff because I gotta go.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm watching TV. I'm looking at you. Fuck you. I'm dead again. I'm up. I can run faster than a bitch around the house. I'm alive.
Yo, mama.
Now you better not motherfucking put me on no motherfucking camera and I'm taking these braids out. You okay? Play with me like that and I got my little sprots out and shit. I will beat your motherfucking ass, bitch.
Never mind.
What's your bitch ass shit? Hoe ass nigga. I knew you been stealing my shit. Broke ass nigga, yeah. Broke ass nigga. That's what your bitch ass get. And the laws on the way.
Motherfucker shit on my chest.
Dirty ass nigga.
I wasn't trying to steal it.
Nigga.
Damn.
Bitch, what you calling
They on the way.
nigga? Yeah, they on the way.
I went
on the way, nigga.
I wasn't trying to steal no package, bro. God damn.
What you call it then?
What's in that bitch? Cell phone?
Nah, bitch ass nigga, booby trap, nigga, ex-military, nigga, Marine Corps, nigga, bitch ass nigga, bitch ass for the law, nigga, should've killed your motherfucker.
Nah, my bad, don't bring that back.
Nah, fuck all that, nigga, laws ain't what, and I'm on the way from work, bitch.
bitch, I am living. They called the folks still in the package.
Chevelle, you on mute. Chevelle, you know what? These rings, though, it's so much.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I needed that a couple of weeks ago when they stole my package off my door.
Girl, what did they put in there?
I don't know what they put in there, but I need some booby trap around my door for when they come around here. I want to pop that ass.
That motherfucker say, I'm sorry. Then he said, I ain't take your package. He said,
I'm from next door. I want to thank Giselle and the Royal Court for coming by. I want you to talk about the Pageant and Pampers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Neil, for giving that on. And if y'all need any more information, please see Neil or any of the court. So listen, it's time for hot topics. It's time for hot topics. Baby, my girlfriend popped up on the scene on y'all the other day. You know, it's her birthday. She turned 56 years old. May 16th, I celebrated. Janet Jackson was at the Billboard Awards the other night, and she looked absolutely beautiful. She had came up to the mic and whispered out a lot of things for Mary J. Blige. Yes, she did.
Don't try to beat me to it.
She looked absolutely stunning. Nicole Love Dupree.
don't try to beat me to it.
She had scooted up to the mic.
When there's an icon.
Yes, ma'am.
Icon.
Yes, ma'am. The whole family.
But you know what? I realized why they whisper.
Why?
I had watched the documentary again, and then they say, hey, y'all, Joe on the way home. Everybody be quiet. Everybody come on.
That's what they're so used to using their 12-inch voices in the house. They just do it all the time now.
Baby, don't matter.
Joe say shut up, so all of them talk like that.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
The only one don't talk like that is Randy. Randy talks in his real voice. He the only one.
She celebrated her birthday in Vegas this weekend. Even Jermaine Dupri trolled up trying to get it back on. Child, nah, it's a rap, Jermaine. We ain't going back. We ain't even trying to go backwards though. But she looked good. Mary J. Blige got the Icon Award at the Billboard Awards, and she
looked good.
She did. And a guy from San Antonio, which he lives in, he's a designer from San Antonio. He lives in LA now, and he designs for a lot of the Drag Race girls. Now he ended up designing for like Cardi B and Megan and all of them. So he designed that dress for Mary J. Blige. So congratulations to Ray Ortiz from Texas. Yay. Yeah.
Very good. And he knew the assignment.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yes, he did.
So shout out to them. And I don't even watch none of the awards. I don't even know who performed or anything like that. But what I do know is DragCon was this weekend, and my sister Kennedy Davenport absolutely had some awards called Wowie Awards, and they sent out nominations and all that stuff. You were supposed to vote on it, and they had performances. It was just like a little award show at DragCon, and Kennedy was one of the performers at DragCon, and this was her performance. I put together a little. the epitome of get your entire jush. Baby, if I tell you, it was so overwhelming watching my sister. I was teared up watching my sister tear up about them people chanting her name, and they went crazy for Kennedy. She was the only one out of it, all the performers to get tipped. Then and it's a part, and y'all gotta go watch it on her live. It's a part in the video where she had parted the crowd, honey, and she got down off the stage and went down into the crowd. They were losing their entire mind, and I'm so glad she is getting her just due from them fans at RuPaul's Drag Race. And girl, that's my sister. I love my sister to death, and I'm so proud of her. We always talk about the hardest working woman in showbiz is LaWanda Jackson, but I think Kennedy got her beat. She was in Europe for 2 months. She came home, and she was home for a day. She did her Tuesday night talent show, and then the next day she went to DragCon. And so she's been at DragCon the whole weekend, and I think she probably just got back last night. So she's getting ready to give up Miss US of A this week. Next week, she's always working, constant working, and loving on her family and taking care of her family. Yeah. Sister, I love her so much. And
Kennedy got a heavy corn over there.
Yes, Nia. Yes, Nia. Yes, she do.
Heavy payout.
I try to say that whole let me hold 20.
And in the midst of that, she's still trying to cook something to feed somebody.
Let me hold 20, girl.
In the midst of all of that. Oh, she in here too, child. Hey, no. Kennedy.
Speaking of that, I'll see her next week in Dallas, because I think I'm going to come out to USA towards the end of the week.
Come on down, Neil. We're going to have us a good old time. We're going to drink us some red wine.
Girl, I want to come so bad.
Hey, I want to come so bad. And speaking of RuPaul Drag Race, I want to give a shout out to my daughter, Jigglet Caliente Brooks, who also announced that she is the new judge on RuPaul Drag Race Philippines. I'm so proud of my daughter. She is doing big things. As you know, she was on Pose, and she did some other cameo appearances on some other shows and stuff like that. But I'm so glad that she is one of the official judges on RuPaul's Drag Race Philippines. So congratulations, daughter. Yes, God. You know, that's a family that found at that drag race stuff, child. And speaking of families, Andy Dick is in the news. The actor, comedian Andy Dick. He was arrested for felony sexual battery charges.
Right.
I did not know that Andy Dick was living in a trailer park.
What?
Yes, he's living in a trailer park with some other. They call them liveys or some. I guess a group of people that go live all the time.
What?
Or something like this. So the arrest was on a live feed, and they posted it on YouTube when the police came and arrested him. But he was charged with felony sexual battery because a young man in the trailer park had said that he had made sexual advances on him, child.
And I can see that. The man's name is Andy Dick.
They said that the man woke up with the lube in his butt.
Oh yeah, they said that the man woke up with the lube in the butt though. But let me tell y'all something. Let me explain something to y'all. Okay, I have a story about lube in the butt. Okay, so I was with a girlfriend of mine, and she had got full. We were on a cruise, and we shared a room. And I tell the story all the time. She know I do. And she woke up the next day, and she asked me why her butt was lubed up. And I told her, girl, because you got fucked. And she said, girl, don't play with me. I said, yes, ma'am. You think I set up and lube your butt? So I don't know if Andy Dick did it or not, but I know I did not lube up my girlfriend's butt because I literally sat there while that child came over there and boxed her out. And she laid there and took dick. While I clutched my purse. And then on the boat. And then once they finished, me and the child that boxed her out, I was smoking cigarettes at the time. We went upstairs and had a cigarette.
That's sick. You did that.
So that means you are accessory to rape.
No.
You're accessory. If you know, you're supposed to tell.
I did tell you. I told her. She brought him to the room.
So you told her.
Mama didn't remember what happened. She got raped.
She did not remember, and I told her when I showed her who it was, she got mad. She wanted to fight.
She was ugly.
It wasn't what she wanted. Man, Charlotte.
Well, we've all been there.
Huh?
We've all been there. You play with
For
somebody.
yourself.
Well, we've all been there. People that do get to have.
Well, child, so I don't know. Andy Dick looked like he kind of suspicious. And they got a video of him sitting up in the little trailer, and the man put the guy out and all kind of stuff like that. It was just a whole on fool. So y'all go check it out. And speaking of roommates and putting people out, ex-college football player was robbed at gunpoint by his roommate and put in the what was it, the shower. The
shower, then put in the Range Rover
and back of the Range Rover, and he was doing a whole lot, child. And all because he had got put out. I guess he had told him he had to leave. So,
wow.
I'm waiting for more developments in this story because I feel like it's something else that we don't know yet.
I feel the same way, Nia. And I think there was lovers. Yeah,
that's love. That's just nothing but love.
If that's love, I don't want it.
I don't want that kind of love. That's
neither.
Eternal love right there. I don't want that.
I'm just there. You want that kind of love?
No, I don't want to be held at gunpoint and put in a shower and ride around the Range Rover.
Yeah, because you're gonna think that's fish.
No.
Dominic, what you think? What do you think was the cause of that?
I mean, what it says, like the roommate asked him to leave or put him out. That sounds believable. People do worse for
right.
less. So yeah, that sounds believable.
Yeah, because people do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That happens with family members. You ask them to leave your house, they threaten you.
Yeah, people get killed over $5 at a dice game. So of course,
yeah. So it could have been a legitimate situation with no funny business going on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if he didn't have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you put me out, if we roommates, and even if I come stay with you, you just can't put me out and I leave immediately.
But was he a contributing roommate or was he just sleeping there?
Right.
But
it don't matter.
It don't matter if I'm staying with you. You can't just put me out your place. You can tell me that, but we're gonna go through this due process.
Well, no, I'm meaning, was he technically a roommate or was he just allowing him to stay there?
But even if somebody stays at your house for more than consecutively, for 7 days, you have to evict them. You can't just you. It's like they have tenant rights.
Child, get out.
That's law.
That's a law. That's the law here.
Well, I understand that, but child, get out.
That way you can't stay more than 3 days over here.
Okay, baby. Yeah.
Well, I just don't.
You have to leave and come back.
This come to the story with the guy that he was putting it out. I think something like click boom,
But that motherfucker was fine though, Chevelle.
Yes, he was now. But I fine don't give you the right to stay. You got to go. But I think too, something had been leading up to that. I don't think he probably just told him you got to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. It's more to that story.
They've been getting into it before then.
Somebody said the article said he was a roommate, but he was months behind.
Yeah, it did. It did say that he was months behind. So I'm sure that they talked about it up until this point, and then it just at that point you need to go, and then he left and came back, and voila.
You think he used the $6,000 to pay the guy back rent?
Well, no, not if it put him in the trunk.
If he need a place to stay, he can come over here for 3 days.
No,
it ain't worth the trouble. Don't do it.
No, he can't come over here.
No, he can only stay for the 3.
No, you can't come and stay at all because you don't mind putting out no gun on nobody. But I just found out, I got a new car, so a friend of mine was showing me in my car that I got the latch on the inside if I was to ever get put in the trunk and all that. So I wonder what kind of Range Rover they was in. or whatever. Trying to trunk.
Well, you know, most cars have it now. Like when you buy a car, like when I brought my car, it's like if you ever in the trunk and get stuck, this is what you push to open the trunk from the inside. So
Baby, I just found out all of that the other day. It's a hook in there for if you want to hang stuff. It's a latch to let down the back seat. Baby, we can get up out of here.
They got a lot. I mean, most of the new cars have that now. I'm not sure.
So we might need to do some investigating to see what kind of truck he had. A car.
He had a Range Rover.
It ain't.
Cause I ain't got nothing in my car.
The trunk.
He was in the trunk.
Yeah, but I'm saying in most trunks you can get out the inside.
I thought he sounded like
a Range Rover. A Range Rover got a trunk.
It has a hatch, like you know.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So you can get out of there.
You should be able to get out. You should jump on the seat.
Girl, let me go look at my car.
I'm trying to make it make sense to me.
I wonder if that car that Tennille was talking about, Shalani had a way that you can get out of the trunk too.
Speaking of Tennille and Shaylani, so you know, we always got a set of something that goes on Facebook. The other day, Tennille from Atlanta, Georgia, and Shaylani, the what's that stuff called? The CMOS queen and real estate agent. They got into it on social media the other day, and they supposed to have been really good friends, right? Am I right?
No.
I thought they were friends. They went on a trip and all that kind of stuff together.
No, that's not how that went.
Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong. I thought they was girlfriends. So they ended up getting into it. I don't know why. Do anybody know why that like what started like them going back and forth with each other? Because Tennille was reading her car, her house, and this and other. Shaylani Ashley was reading her mama and saying about her mama's health, which I don't think that's right and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, what all this stem from?
I don't know what it stemmed from. I know last
But
week
I do know what it stemmed. It stemmed from the vacation, and we went on a trip for Tennille's birthday to Puerto Rico, and it was just weird, you know. And it actually, she wasn't really invited like that. She was invited by someone else.
Who was invited?
And it wasn't a good mesh.
Ashley was invited.
Ashley was invited.
Right. But it really wasn't a good mesh. And then it just turned into something else after that.
Oh, okay. It's funny because it sounds like something from off the house. They go on a trip. Somebody was invited by a friend to the show, and then
a friend of the show.
And the friend of the show goes and shows her ass, and then they got into it, and now they took it to social media.
Yeah, so, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
That's basically what it is.
So
yeah, but the things about the mama and stuff, that was going too far.
Do you think it can be resolved?
And I am old school girl, so I know when you read, but that was a little bit too much.
I have a video of what you want to say, Neil?
Okay, a couple things. I'll start with Nicole's last statement. When you read, like old school girl, when you read, but that's too much. But I think that's the thing. When it's somebody that you don't know and not attached to, it's just a good read. But you know the person individually, so it's too much. But it's either going to be when you read, or it's always going to be too much. So it's like now some of the things.
I mean, some things I just think are off limits. I think like family members or death is probably too much.
I've seen people read a lot. I mean, and it was a lot from the video, from the story. So
yeah, I mean, but the death on the parents and stuff like. I mean, if you're gonna read, you can read the individual. Probably shouldn't read the people's ailing parents.
Yeah,
well, I think also it just seemed like from the outside, because when you do that kind of stuff, you want to fight. So we don't got nothing to talk about. You just like when you go below, if you feel that that person went below the belt, that person's saying, I welcome a fight with you. So whenever I see you, I mean, basically, let's fight. I mean,
basically, that's what you're telling me. You're gonna fight.
I didn't know if I looked at it and I was just like, wow, because bitch, I'm like, Shalani, she went all the way there. I mean, she went there from.
It was a lot. It was a lot. I got a video clip that I want to show y'all. So,
you know what's crazy to me? Instead of people making time for beef with Ashley, they should be making time for funeral arrangements. Especially when their mama got heart disease, high blood pressure, can't walk, on her way out. The Lord almost for her. Girl, your mama on her way out of here, but you making time for beef with me. First of all, my car is a 2016 that I paid for cash at the auction. Yeah, it's 6 years old, but it's mine. Secondly, baby, I live in a condo. I live in an apartment. Condos look like apartments, dumbass. Yeah, and what else this girl said? And then secondly, Miss Thing, you have me blocked. You don't get no respect for that. You making all these Facebook posts, people sending it to me, but you have me blocked. Unblock me, bitch. Unblock me. And then when your ex-boyfriend Demetrius was throat goat me, I spared you. I spared you. Plus, I don't want worms from no old ass man. Girl, like I said, stop bringing up old shit. Yeah, I used to did drugs for a long time. Baby, when I got baptized, went to treat. And this is the last thing I'm saying. Next thing after this is just time for action. When you see me, just run up. Anybody can buy a house in the hood and a 2020 Audi after they get a $250,000 SBA loan. Anybody could do that. Anybody could get a SBA loan for $250,000. You can buy a house in the hood and an Audi that has payments. And friend, I'm sorry, I know you told me this in confidence, but this bitch trying it. SBA fraud.
see, it's just a lot.
Chevelle, you in two places.
I know, I'm coming out of one.
Oh, what is going on?
Because I'm trying to do something.
It was so much going on in that live for me. I mean, that story. So if I don't know either party and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this bitch is reading this other girl for filth. And it's like, of course, yeah, it depends. It's always, oh, you went too far, it's going too far. I mean, I didn't know if Shalani was a nurse, the nurse aide, because she knew she was giving medical history. She was basically telling us that the girl should be arguing with her. She should be down there Willie Watkins. It was just a lot going on. And then from there, you know, I said, you know, threw your friend under the bus and said, I know you said not to say nothing, but I was like, wow.
Tania made a post and she was saying, good morning, beautiful people. Thank you to everyone who reached out, text message, called. I'm fine. However, for a person which death on my mom is a miserable message, narcissistic, delusional individual. And at that point, I knew I had to bow down gracefully before I jeopardized my livelihood on a person that is nothing to me. And then she went on to say, let me read it from there because I can't read it from here because my eyes won't let me do it. That explains why you went to Puerto Rico with no clothes and no money. Then you wore the same tuck belt for 3 days, but then you had the audacity to try to explain, and bitch, you was wearing someone else's 2 big shoes. And since my house is in the hood, you asked for the listing, sell a house, better yet, buy one and come up out that nasty ass 2-bedroom apartment with the dark ring around the toilet. So, baby, they was not playing with each other back and forth. Like, and hey, Trey, how you doing?
Hey, yo.
Oh, yeah. So we're talking about Tania and Ashley, child. And I, if I'm not mistaken, you talked to one of them, right?
I spoke with Ashley. She wanted to come on and tell her side of the story, but I think she just now, I think she don't even want to deal with it no more because I think she want to take the higher road.
She want to take the higher road now?
Yeah.
Well, it's never too late to take the high road.
No,
but let me tell y'all
But bitch,
something too, though.
you don't wish death on somebody's mama. You can't take no high road.
That's too far. But I think maybe in hindsight, she probably realized maybe if she did go a touch too far, and maybe she's just like, well, if we don't talk about it any further, it'll just die down. Now, I do think she probably wish she might have not said that. So she probably just like, if we don't talk about it, it'll just kind of go away.
But at that point,
maybe that.
She said about her mom in that case. You don't have to take back what you said about her. Because you feel a certain way about her, but the mother doesn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
The mother don't have anything to do with it, and I hate that it went this far. But y'all know it ain't no rules in reading.
No, it ain't no rules in reading there.
If we open
this door,
being
girlfriends,
right? When you open it, I mean, you may leave your mom out of it. I get that. But when I'm reading, I go for your mama, your daddy, your dead grandmama. I ask you to dig her up, take the strand of pearls away from around her neck. I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I am. Because if we read, I was like fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to
I can't say it's just, I'm not gonna read nobody's parents or the
in certain things, when people put it out there, when you're putting it out there with read somebody, you go for the jugular at the beginning. So bitch, don't go too far because I'm gonna go deeper.
Yeah.
And so
then I just go for them.
But the object of the game is to make them feel the heat.
And then when you feel like you can't get them no more, you go for something else that's gonna hurt them. So and
then I
you just be prepared.
And then I will.
And
then I will.
Nicole, you was on that trip. What went wrong on the trip?
It went awry. She was feeling insecure about herself, and she didn't come equipped for the caliber of people that she was there with. And I'm gonna say
wear
that
swimsuits, right?
I mean, you just weren't equipped for the caliber of people that you were going on the trip with.
I hate that happened between you. I hate to see
Chevelle,
two girls in tour.
And then she was feeling some type of way. And generally, when people feel that type of way, then they lash out, or you gonna feel some type of way and make yourself feel some type of way. Baby, you was on a trip with a girl who are label whores.
But labels
and
ain't nothing
was
but
walking
clothes with
around
print and shit on
and
it.
looking terrible.
Oh.
You were walking around looking terrible to the point that you couldn't go to the event because you didn't have the proper clothes to wear to the event. You didn't have the proper clothes to go to eat.
Okay.
Or to the grocery store.
I just think that, I don't know the reasoning for them taking it to social media. But that's
I don't know that either.
No, I heard they got into it at Roman's birthday party.
Last week when we was on the show, I was getting texts while we were doing the show last week saying that what happened between them. And these were people who that's who went on y'all trip. They was saying from an objective point of view. I heard that alcohol was flown and people taking shots. And I heard that from two different people that Tania was saying, look, comment. And I guess Ashley got to the point where you say, look, jabs or whatever, and I can't ignore it no more. Then I heard it was doing, both was doing things like that. And then it just escalated from there.
And they left there and took it to social media.
So was it a pissing match, like who got the best or who got the most or something? Like when you say she wasn't equipped to be on that trip, like it don't take much to get ready for dinner. You mean she didn't have she got a sickening body. All she got to do is put a stretch dress on. She gonna look nice going to a dinner. So, was it a pissing match? Who got the best or who got the most?
No, I don't think it was that. I just think that some places you know how to show up to.
Okay.
Some places you know how to show up to. And starting with the airport.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
All right.
you know, okay. I'm
So if y'all playing y'all trip and y'all finna go somewhere and you get to the airport and somebody show up looking, you're not gonna feel no type of way.
Well,
And
I look
then
a
you're not
mess in
gonna
the
feel no
airport.
type of way the rest of the trip if that's how they remain. Come on now.
I don't have nothing to do with how you came because
No, it won't bother me.
Yeah, but guess what? I don't want you going nowhere with me looking no type of way either.
Oh, well, you won't want me because I'll throw anything on to go to the airport.
You go to your events, Trent. You go to your events. Do you want me coming in a jogging suit or do you want me coming gown?
Listen, it's no sweat off my back how somebody come.
No sweat off your back. You invited me to go somewhere to you with something. Come on, now we're going to be honest.
Wait, but you may have to ask somebody who dressed up. I ain't no dressing motherfucker. I just want a polo shirt and some jeans, and I'm cool. But I still
okay. Wait, when you went to go receive your award,
but that wasn't
did
an
you put
award.
on a tuxedo?
That wasn't an awards banquet. That wasn't an
awards
banquet. It was a trip to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
so Nicole, do you think?
All right.
Well, you know, for me, Nicole.
Well, I'm sorry. I cannot put everybody on the same caliber that I'm on.
Well, do you think it was more so how she was dressed, or it was the fact that she was not technically invited that rubbed her the wrong way? It
didn't matter that you weren't invited. You didn't even want to be a part. Bitch, she didn't even want to stay over there with the girl.
Well,
she stayed with the boat.
Well, if you're saying that she didn't look the part, of course she's not going to want to, be around.
And she may felt the energy. She may felt the energy.
All right.
It ain't no all right. We trying to get to the bottom.
Well,
I gave you the bottom.
Okay. I just want one question. I got one question for real. Because Nicole has used the word caliber twice. Nicole, who's on this trip? So I can see what type of caliber of people we're talking about. Because I need to see these the caliber that you're saying. Use the word twice.
No, they some good caliber.
I would invite you on the trip.
You said you would not?
She said
I would have invited you on the trip.
Oh, I said would not.
Okay.
So the bar is set pretty low.
Oh shit.
Okay,
I'm not even better worry about this gentlewoman right now. I'm gonna get to you later.
I don't know, like, what caliber person on the trip.
Can we move on to something else, please?
We're getting ready to move on. As soon as y'all just let me finish what I'm gonna say.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah, I am. As soon as y'all let me say what I got to finish saying, what I got to say, we're gonna move along. So I don't know what transpired and what brought it to social media, but I feel like for two African American transgender women to go at each other like they did on social media, it was very uncalled for and very tactless. So and for everything that's going on in the world that we see today about Black trans women, for them to do that with each other, that was very tactless and untasteful. So that's what I have to say about that situation. I don't know. I don't care about somebody coming. How you come? Is that how you come? If you was invited, I know how you are. So, either you go dive in with who you around and not care about who you gonna be around and how you look or whatever. Now, if the girls feel some way and they being the girls like on the Basketball Wives and all of that kind of stuff, then you know what you're dealing with when you see these type of girls that's on the trip. So you know how you're supposed to act. So
exactly. That's my point.
Speaking of transgender women,
you was on the trip with the Basketball Wives. You should have showed up like the Basketball Wives.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Kendrick Lamar raps about his transgender family member and his new song, Auntie Diaries. I think that it was an amazing thing that he has done to put out there about that there are trans women in these Black African American families, and you have to respect them as such, and you have to learn their ways and adapt to some of adapt to their transitioning and respect that. And he shows that in his song, and he talks about how his aunt transitioned and how it affected his life. I think that was a real admirable thing to do. And
I gotta listen to that song.
And he also talked about his, I guess his uncle who was like a stud in the beginning of the song. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's amazing that he did that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Awareness to, he lives and knows firsthand of having a transgender as a family member, and it don't affect you as you think it does, because that's their life and not yours,
Right.
So I think it's a beautiful thing. We're gonna go to a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hit it, Sarah.
And we are back. Shout out to Savannah Westbrook and the Hey You, I Love You Too. And the Westbrook Cabaret. She will be, I think, in Atlanta coming up soon.
Badass.
Get your tickets to go see her. And she had a show right before this one. And I think on Sundays too, I think. I'd be forgetting the damn dates. But shout out to Savannah Westbrook. Trent.
Yes.
How you doing? What's going on with you?
Girl, I just got to LA. The traffic was so goddamn crazy. It took us an hour and 30 minutes to get to a hotel that would have only took 20 minutes in the first place. But I'm here with Yolanda Adams. Got a new show coming out called Kingdom's Business, coming on BET Plus. So we're here to do promos for that and the premiere. And we leave here Sunday going to New York to do Wendy Williams and The Breakfast Club. Then I'll be back home Tuesday. So I'll be on a little,
Okay.
I'm be a little busy this week.
So you see, we got your girl Giselle in here tonight playing with us.
Giselle, the ruler, up in here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I know.
Who said last week? I wonder she gonna bring a ponytail.
Speaking of ponytails,
you know she gonna bring a ponytail.
That's
speaking of ponytails, how Janelle didn't win that ball? Now we'll go to something else. Go ahead, child.
I ain't know nothing about it, child. I know she look beautiful though, child.
Yes, she did.
Lord.
Like, Jesus.
I was looking for past that.
They was looking for you to be like a linebacker. Kelly walked down like she was 5'2", 150 pounds.
Child, what ball was this?
It was in Chicago.
The Midwest Awards ball or the Aftermath
ball. Why did you wear Kelly like
that? Did y'all see that friend Chanel said that the folks was blind? He said they were sitting up there like three blind mice.
Who won? Who won the category?
The girl that beat Janelle.
Oh my God. Neil.
I'm saying, but even the girl that beat Janelle, now the girl is pretty to me.
She is pretty.
Like she's pretty.
She is pretty.
But I can't believe she and Kelly was the final battle. And they was like having
Wait, what happened?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Who was the final battle?
What?
Kelly.
Kelly and the girl that beat Janelle.
Oh my.
Kelly gonna beat you up.
I'm gonna leave. Put me back in, okay?
Child. So they were the final two. Okay, Peter, I need to see the clip too. I had to see the clip. If anybody can find the clip from the ball, please.
Go if you go to Kelly page, she has it up there.
Oh Lord,
but bitch, let me tell you something. The way Kelly had moved Miss Thing fan and stuff, I would have just left.
Let me go.
I would have been scared.
Can somebody please tag me in it or something?
It's too long to look at right now because it's like 40 minutes.
No, we just need. I just need that clip. I don't need nothing else but that clip.
Well, it's
Bitch,
a lot.
The way Kelly had moved that fan at that child, she had moved that fan. Bitch, I was scared for that girl.
Kelly had fire coming out of her head. Listen, let me tell you this.
I just said she had that steam coming out her nose.
Let me tell you something.
Bitch, she was breathing hard.
Oh wait, bitch. Wait, bitch. Look how Miss Kelly through here.
Yes. You gotta move the comment.
Bitch, no shape on, no titties.
Yeah.
That's why I told you how she walked down like that, like she 5'2".
Baby. It's that hair though. That hair pretty.
That girl who she be right
Watch
there.
how she moved her fan.
Their daughter.
Who's that?
Is that the girl that beat Janelle?
No, that's not who beat Janelle.
Bitch, y'all see Miss Kelly bumping. But what? Oh, bitch, look at Kelly right here.
I'm not beating no motherfucking Janelle.
Not period. Not period.
Wait, look, watch Kelly right here. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Bop.
Uh-uh.
Bop, bop. Bop. Bop.
Yeah.
Bop, bop.
Yes, ma'am. And Mama just standing there. Where is the battle? That's what I want to see. I want to see the battle part.
And let me tell you something.
Kelly is very confident, so that is a very key component in ballroom confidence. So she is that.
Oh, that's how you win, right?
That all you got to bring?
But the category is called face, though. You gotta have face on top of confidence.
And see, and this the thing with me, like everybody be talking about, oh, the pageant systems, or who judges, they take off this. They don't even reason to talk about motherfucking ass involved. They just don't see it for you. You can be the most sickening bitch. If they don't see it for you, then they just don't see it for you. And you gotta,
and you out of there.
And you out of there.
Judges that are confident and comfortable with no matter who's running, because of like, my pageant, I know that my judges have to show their scores. So I need people that don't mind if you in front of a bitch that is a known girl and a known guy and they got all these accolades and you still on my saying, oh no, bitch, that's a 6. I don't see it for you. You gotta have those people, because if not, you get a whole bunch of bitches winning shit who shouldn't win.
Like, name somebody.
Your pageant made me want to do a pageant, Cornelia.
You should do it. And if you win, you win. And if you lose, you lose. Because the judges will be there to say, Nicole, that was not right.
Oh, this a battle right here.
Sure.
This is good. Oh, wait, child.
Play Chevelle. Go on, send the Coco girl.
Oh, no, I got too much.
Yeah, that's the one who won with the short hair.
Yeah, she won.
She pussy, though. She pussy. Baby, Kelly don't see it for her. Look at Kelly in that woman face like that.
Oh, welcome.
Now, Janelle should have been down there now.
Hell yeah.
Somebody didn't see it.
I'm just saying, Janelle was perfection. I don't mean no harm.
Somebody didn't see it.
I don't know the rules
was
of ballroom.
some kind of gorgeous trend.
Oh shit, who you telling?
She was some kind of gorgeous.
Baby, I know
shit, if I was a girl, she would have made me drop out. Who doing it? Oh.
So, okay.
I'm good.
Oh no, are we going to the general topic?
We're going right to general topic. Then we got a little sidetrack, child, with the ballroom scene stuff. You know, Legendary getting ready to come up and all that kind of stuff like that. So you know,
all the jazz. Yeah.
Those of y'all who don't know who Janelle is, this is Janelle.
Whew. That thing's some type of beautiful.
So, yeah, they didn't see it for my niece, but that's all right. If
I look like Janelle,
he's so much thanking.
No, girl, I'll be sitting in the mirror for 8 hours a day just looking at myself, trying to figure out how to get that beautiful. 8 hours a day.
That thing is gorgeous, baby.
It's time for general topics. In the wake of the mass shooting in Buffalo, New York, do you think it's time to fight for stronger gun legislation?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do think, I think absolutely there's no need for us to have automatic rifles. I mean, what do you need a gun that kills or that shoots, 50 rounds at one time? I mean, it's not needed. You can't kill animals with it. So it's the only intent for guns like that are to kill people. So I definitely think it is time for some type of reform when it comes to guns and stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, they should have been did it. And then remember when the senator got shot
at the baseball
What was her
field?
name? Huh?
At the baseball field?
Yeah. Remember when she got shot? They showed you then that it was all about the NRA and about the month. And they haven't done anything about it since then. It's not going to go into effect until it really affects the congressmen and the senators. That's when it was something will happen. Those people are lobbyists, and they get a lot of money from that. And that's why they won't put the reform in that needs to be done.
Dominique, what you think?
Well, yes, it's definitely past due time for there to be new legislation. But, of course, like Nicole said, the NRA pumps a lot of money into the political machine. So they're not going to do anything that they feel is going to ruin the funds that they're getting from those people. But also, you have to think about who can afford to buy those guns. White people. And they're not about to give up their guns. Because, as far as they're concerned, this is their country and they feel that they have to protect their country. And in order to keep people like us in check, they're going to continue to buy guns to do those things.
Because look at who they targeted.
And Trent, what you think?
Definitely, because look, like even in Georgia now, you don't even have to have a license to carry guns. Sometimes I'm in stores and I see people with their guns shown. I get very uneasy because people can get crazy at any minute and try to do anything to, because a gun makes you feel powerful in a sense. I remember I had my first gun when I was 15 years old. I wanted any motherfucker to say something to me out the way and I was ready. You know what I'm saying? But just how it makes you feel. And they need to take that into consideration, but they don't take our lives into consideration. No way. Nobody's, because guess what? Hey, new people are going to be made. New people come along. They want that fucking money. This is a money-driven world. When all these motherfuckers got to do is print some motherfucking money like they did when the fucking pandemic came. And all this money came out of no fucking where. What they fighting over fucking money that they can fucking print. They want these motherfucking problems. Change these fucking gun laws. Get stricter with it. Like Giselle said, who needs a gun that shoots 50 damn times? Who the fuck y'all shooting at?
Right.
And then this motherfucker had the nerve to have on his gun. Here's your reparation.
And then nigger on the barrel.
And he reloaded.
But Jonathan said that I'm trying to put it back. Black people have plenty of choppers in the hood. They just use them on each other, and white people use them on us. So that says a lot right there, you know.
But let me say this real quick. Let me say this about black on black crime. That's a different scenario. A lot of people throw that in too, and when we get killed by other races, people say, well, y'all doing it to each other. They throw us in the hood all this time. We have survived the hood. We have survived being on welfare. We have survived all these crazy ass conditions that makes you poor. You're in the fucking hood. You ain't got nothing to.
You wanna shrink.
You muted out.
Well, the thing is too, black people target who they have a problem with. So most black people aren't randomly shooting people unless you was like the DC people, the DC snipers. Now they was just randomly doing stuff, man. They were black. Right. But black people in general
shit like that
normally target another person who they got a problem with. They don't normally just shoot up a just random area. So
I mean,
different.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I mean, but the point that go ahead, Giselle. Go ahead, finish.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say most crimes in any race is interracial. You're going to have most white people killing other white people, black people killing other black people, Asians killing other Asians. It's the majority of these mass shootings are one particular person, 9 out of 10, this white person who have a problem with the system, the job, their boss or school, a person at school who decides to go into that place and destroy. So comparing black on black crime to something like that, you can't compare it to because most crimes are interracial, meaning you do it against the same person of your race. Yeah.
Well, but you know, just to talk about that in a more broader perspective, is that the people you live around are going to be the people that you're having issues with. So black on black crime was just a term created to make us look worse. Because
this particular man targeted.
Hold on, Nicole. Let Dominique finish what she's saying.
I'm sorry.
So I was just saying, like when two white people kill each other, they don't call it white on white crime. Or when two Chinese people kill each other, they don't call it Chinese on Chinese crime. They created that term just to make us look more like monsters, to make their thought processes and to make us the boogeyman, to make us the people that everyone is afraid of. Whenever they come up with these terms, it's only to make black and brown people look worse.
I have a call from a video from one of the people that had called during the shooting, and they called the 911 operator, and the operator hung up, and this is what she had to say about it.
What you saw this afternoon?
I didn't really see much at all. I just heard the gunshots and just dropped down to the ground and just waited for him to stop, and he just wouldn't stop. So I tried to call 911, and I was whispering because I could hear him close by, and when I whispered on the phone to 911, the dispatcher would start yelling at me saying, "Why are you whispering? You don't have to whisper." And I'm trying to tell her, like, "Ma'am, he's in the store. He's shooting as an active shooter. I'm scared for my life." And she said something crazy to me, and then she hung up in my face. And I had to call my boyfriend and tell him to call 911.
Well, that is certainly unfortunate, Letitia.
Ain't that horrible?
Terrible.
That's bad.
Well, you know that person got fired when they went back and traced those calls.
Oh yes, and you know what it brought me back to was when at the post shoot, and how he was in the club and they wasn't able to call, and it had been like somebody from their calling, saying that it's an active shooting, and somebody would have hung up on them. That's the same scenario. How do you hang up on somebody telling you how you hang up and you're a 911 operator, period.
Right. You were hired to handle emergency situations.
So that was just like the most saddest thing I've seen, and I just could not wrap my head around the fact that, that person actually did that. We're gonna move on to our next topic. Why is it that society can be up in arms about celebrities, parties, prides, balls, pageants, etc., but when it comes to the things that really affect us, we take such a what? Dominique, you want to say?
No, ma'am, I didn't say nothing. I'm sorry.
No, what was the word that I took out?
Oh, laissez-faire.
laissez-faire of interest.
A laissez-faire attitude.
Dominique had wrote the topic out, and I took the word out. She said, "You took my word out, so I couldn't pronounce it." So, why do y'all think that we do take such a laissez-faire of interest? You know, when it comes to like politics and all of that, like voting and stuff that's really like have an effect on us.
Okay, so different individuals have different things that they think is a priority to them. So what's a priority to Dominique or to Nicole or to you or to Trent or Giselle might not be a priority to me. So what's the priority to me? I take an order of importance to that priority. So maybe politics isn't important to that person, or maybe whatever is not important to that person. People make time for what they want to make time for. And although it may matter in the long run, in the short term, if I know I'm trying to get to New York to go to this ball, that's priority to me.
And you fly out that day, and that's the last day of voting. Go ahead, Dominique.
I mean, but you have to learn how to have balance, because when you take yourself out of arenas that will affect your life, those should always be a priority. It doesn't mean that life is not meant to be enjoyed or that you can't have pleasurable experiences. But this is why, as a community of people, we can't get to a different place, because things that affect us, our parents, their parents, and our uncles and our aunties, they did it. So where are we falling off at? These are things that will affect not only us, but our nieces and our nephews. If you have children, it's going to affect their children. But what do we want to do? When things are going right, we want to sit back and complain about what somebody else isn't doing. Well, you didn't participate in the process.
And you know what
I think that you have to have a healthy balance. You can do all of the fun stuff, but you have to have a balance in life. Everything can't be about a good time.
I do think that those things do need to be instilled at the home base too, though. If your parents didn't instill in you that what they're doing in life and why they're doing it, then you would know, to do that as you get older. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't include your child in your going to vote and your reasoning for fighting for this and for this and that, social justice and all that kind of stuff like that, they probably wouldn't think in their head as young growing up. They thinking about party time. Mm-hmm. But you got to know that it's party time and you're of age now, but you're of age that you need to vote and you need to have your voice be heard as a young individual. And so sometimes when your parents don't tell you that, it's out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes they got to hear it out in the street. And if they hear it out in the streets, it's not that effective.
And they've even taken civics out of school, where people don't even learn about how processes work or how the government works. Yeah. And who does that affect the most?
Well, they have it down here because that's what 10th graders do. They take civics. But
in a lot of states, they've taken civics out. They've taken home economics out. Anything to teach people how to live, they're removing out of a lot of schools.
Giselle, what do you think about this situation?
I think that a lot of people don't partake in it because they feel like it doesn't affect them at this very moment. Most of the time when you vote for a politician or you vote for a senator or a mayor or the president, it takes years for that law for their agenda to go into effect. So it's not something that is happening or tangible at that very moment. But seeing, Beyonce got a new album or there's a tour coming out or there's a new ball, that is something that you can get at this very moment. But worrying about Roe versus Wade or the gun law being passed or a voting right being passed, that's not something that's happening tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's too far down the line for people to, in a sense, worry about. So they don't. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. That's what I believe.
But you have to think about, if you let it slide now, the other things that are going to spiral out of control as a result to this thing not being paid attention to. Because it's just like we said last week, it's Roe versus Wade today, but it's going to be gay rights tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be continued voter suppression tomorrow. Actually, voter suppression is happening right now.
Right.
So why would you not be concerned about your voice being suppressed and not being heard?
It depends on the target group that you're talking about, because if I'm in my 20s, my priorities are different than when I'm in my 30s. And when I was in my 30s, my priorities are different now that I've turned 40. So your priorities change with time. And right now, with some people, that might not be their priority. Later on down the line, that might be their priority.
But you know what? If you make it the end thing, it'll be a priority. Just like when they got all on board for the vote, right to vote or something like that. Back in the day when all the celebrities
rock the vote
to have all the young kids vote and all that kind of stuff like that. If you make it an end thing, then it'll be an end thing. So that's what we need to get on board with and trying to make it that again. As a race, we are least likely to participate in the political process. Why do you think that is?
Because they keep throwing us the crumbs all the time. And you got to realize that when one thing we can't get tired of doing is to get people to go vote. Sometimes when we say we're like, oh, we talk down race, like black people don't vote. Y'all not getting out there. People hate to be talked down on, number one. Number two, if we're gonna want people to vote, let's just spread this message all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whether we feel like somebody gets it or not, let's spread the message, you know. But historically, black people have always just got to come, and fucking Republicans always they game. They do what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And people, you know, we even had a black president for 2 terms. We still didn't see no significant change for black people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you keep telling people to go vote, I mean, a lot of them feel like, for what? You know what I'm saying?
You're going in and out, Trent.
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Y'all got my phone.
I think also, you know, a lot of times when politicians come to the black community or try to get people to vote, they're selling a dream. They're selling you this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come to the hood and eat some fried chicken, and I'm come to the church and, you know, clap to. And then when you get in office, what we need is the furthest from, you know, what you're trying to do. So I think a lot of times people say, you know, whatever, they're gonna pick who they want to pick anyway. So it's like, you know, it doesn't. Again, they feel like they're just being sold a dream, or that the person's not really gonna do what they say they're gonna do. So why bother?
Nicole, what you feel?
I just think that they, I agree with you just there. I think that they sell us a dream. And I think that people get tired and weary of them telling us, well, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Then when the people get in office, they do furthest from that. Now, I do know that there's so much more that goes along with that, you know. People do try to do stuff. You can see with the president, you know, he tries to do stuff, but when you got a whole Congress against you, where these people sell you a dream, and then they get in there and they don't do any of what they say they're gonna do. Are we gonna work for the people and we're gonna do this? But then they get in there and they side with stuff. I mean, you have a whole Senate and Congress who still turn around and talking about that Donald Trump won an election. You know, it makes people feel like, why should I? Why should I? Why should I care? Why should I vote? It's not going to make any difference. And then it makes people tired. And then it makes you feel like your vote doesn't count. Now, we did get to a point at once where we felt like our vote counted, like with Obama, you know.
Well, hopefully we can get it.
But then even still, when he got in there and he said the stuff that he wanted to do, he couldn't do it because they wouldn't allow him to do it.
Neil, how you feel?
I feel people make time for what they want to make time for, because these same people who say the voting line is too long, they will still stand in line for 3 hours for some Jordans. So people make time for what they want to make time for. When people say the American dream, a dream that happens when you're sleeping. Just a thought and things that happen when you're sleeping. But what are you doing yourself, and like not waiting for somebody else to do something for you? So get up and do stuff yourself and make your dream a reality, and get out and vote. Because a lot of people I just feel people make time for what they want to make time for. If people wanted to vote, they would get out and vote. Because I've seen people stand in line for hours for Beyonce tickets, for Jordan raffles to get some. So black people will stand in line, but it's what you would stand in line for.
You said the American dream, and you also said we're waiting on somebody to make the change. Do you think we're waiting on our next Malcolm X or our next Martin Luther King?
Hell no. Because you have to be the change that you want to see yourself. I could be around all these people, but I still know at the end of the day, I can stay up to 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, but I still got to be somewhere at 7:45 Monday through Friday. So I'm gonna be to that place, because I have to do what I have to do to make whatever my dream become reality. I just can't sit at home every day and say I'm gonna sleep at home and I want to do this. And one day somebody gonna say, "Oh, Neil, this is your job. This is your dream job. This is what you. I'm gonna just put you in this position." No, but you got to work for stuff.
Pageant and beauty.
Yeah, but people do get discouraged behind things. You know, people go out and they will go out and vote, and they do all of that, and then, I mean, but just look at everything. I mean, look, they had a whole fucking insurrection.
Yeah, but Nicole, a part of the voting process is that,
and that's discouraging to people.
Yeah, but every time you vote for somebody, don't mean that person gonna win. But people,
okay,
if your
right?
person don't win, you still gotta get out and vote.
Look at it like this. Look at it like this. Look, what about the Justice Department? The Justice Department just the other day decided that they were going to do some inquiries on January 6th. Look how long that took. They keep talking about evidence, but what more evidence did you need? They stood up there and said everything that they wanted you to do. They have tapes, they have videos, they have text messages and all of that. And then nothing was being done until just the other day that the Department of Justice did something. So the faith that people have in the system is ruined.
But that's kind of irrelevant to the question to me. The question is about,
well, maybe to you,
as a race, why are we doing things and about the American dream?
Well, the question was,
okay, if we're still fighting for Voting Rights Act, then yeah, we're still fighting for Voting Rights Acts, and this is after the 60s.
Yeah, we're 300 years.
This is after Martin Luther King. This is after Malcolm X. This is years later. We don't have a black president and everything. Why are we still fighting for that? So yes, when people give up hope, they do give up hope. And people give up trust in a system.
And on that note, we're gonna move forward, because that's, you know, I think I ain't even gonna touch on, because that's gonna
okay, people in Georgia, you know, our primaries are coming up May 24th. Go out and vote if you're in Georgia.
Please go out and vote.
I went and voted. I went and did early voting yesterday. So I voted for the people who I feel I would like to see in office.
So you don't do your due diligence also and go and vote. So now we're gonna move into our pageants and all that kind of stuff and get a little pageant discussion in. I came across a post today on social media, and it was from Miss Continental Elite, Yasmin Campbell Starr. And she had went on to say, public announcement, Yasmin will no longer give or have an opinion when it comes to her children's pageant careers, for it always seems to come back to bite her in the ass. I kind of agree. Sometimes it can, and sometimes it can't, because it happened to me. Because it happened to me before, and but I felt like my child didn't do the proper things that they needed to do when I told them what to correct, and then when they didn't do it, it kind of fell on them, and so they blame me for it. And that goes to say, even sometimes in their relationships, I don't get into their relationships because you're gonna end up doing what you want to do anyway. All I could do is offer you my advice. But if I offer you my advice and you take it, then you want to blame me for what happened if it don't work out in your favor. So
can you put the post up again so I can read it again? I'm sorry.
Put it back up. So I get what she's saying.
Okay.
And so, even when I give advice to certain people about certain things, I kind of know what I'm talking about. Hey,
no, at the moment, no. You should really ask.
So Yasmin, Yasmin has to get down. She's had a luxury career.
The connection is, we can still hear you though.
So they don't want to listen to. And I think when you come on and say, "Oh, you just they don't want to listen," but they're standing on her shoulders, so they should. Any child, period, should listen to the parents, because they've been in the field so long. They should really take heed, and they'll be better off in the end and stop getting mad when they don't win.
Neil, what you think?
I don't necessarily agree with that comment. Only because, if these are your kids, and I have several kids that do pageants, it's some kids that I know would, if I say yay or nay, it's going to be that. If I say, oh, they can love it. If I say I hate it, they're not going to do it. Other kids, they're going to do what they want to do. And I just don't necessarily agree with the comment, because I have to have my opinion. Kids going to do what they want to do, but I was still always off my opinion. You ain't got to follow my opinion, and you got to take the advice of my opinion, because it's you on the stage. You have to be confident with what you're doing. But I would just not say I'm not going to give my kids my opinion, because I just want to say that. No.
Did you see Jarvis' post? You made talking about Jarvis' post.
Yes, this was a response. This was the response under the post that that Yasmin had made. That Joseph wrote. Just a different perspective. Not trying to argue on your choice. Maybe it's your opinion that's the problem. Have you ever asked what's the disconnect? Everyone has an opinion. Everyone doesn't have help or support. Have you offered your help, shown concern? An opinion isn't support. Criticism isn't always constructive. Have you genuinely just been there for them? Maybe that's the disconnect. They saying they can't hear us.
So, I mean, even with that still been saying, okay, my viewpoint doesn't change really. I mean, I see maybe Jarvis is in his feelings about what Yasmin might have said, or vice versa, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think if you're asking someone, do you like this shirt? And they say no, you can't get upset because that person says no. You can't expect someone to approve like everything you do.
Right.
Then when the person says no, then they're not supporting you. I mean, you can't have it both ways.
And
I think that's sometimes
and you
what
gotta
children.
support your kids in their decisions that they choose to make from themselves. So I cannot like what you're gonna present on the stage, but I'm still gonna support you because you're still an extension of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
bullshit.
can say no. It's not. I'm still gonna. I might not like it, and I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. Yaheem is going to yay or nay. If I say yay or nay to something, he gonna scratch it. Zodiac is going to be great, yay for the most part. Zodiac did something that I didn't agree with, but he still did it, and I'm still supporting him. I'm gonna still rock with him at Duval, and I love him to death, and I'm still gonna rock with him. But I wouldn't say don't. I'm just not gonna give you advice at all on my opinion. No, that's kind of harsh to me. If you like my mother or my father, and you say, "Oh, I ain't giving no opinions on what you do. Just go out there and do it. Just do
But you don't know how deep. But you don't know how many times you got into it.
Right, but as a parent or you, as a parent, it should be a different relationship. It shouldn't be something that you just throw away so easily. That's what I'm saying.
So they've
and
been
you say, fuck it.
As a parent, as a parent, and they come to you and they ask you those things, you call yourself giving them the best advice that you can give, especially if you feel like you know better.
Yeah, you sideways.
Especially if you feel like you know better, and you in turn have a problem with what I'm saying because I don't agree. Then go ahead and by all means do what you're gonna do.
But see,
And
is it really a
support does
problem?
not always mean financial or anything, because at the end of the day, I don't ask my kid for anything. I don't ask for nothing when it comes to that. It's my dream, or it's something I want.
Yeah,
And
but if I
at the end of the
don't agree with
day,
you, it's not a problem though.
I'm sorry.
If I don't agree with you, it's not necessarily a problem though. That's the thing. Like
No,
we think it's a problem.
no,
It's
it's
not a
not.
problem.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give a very good example. I was doing the Diana Ross talent for Continental. You didn't like that.
Well, I don't think they liked it either.
Oh.
I won the pageant.
Oh.
No, that was the second time, but they didn't like it though.
No, I'm talking about the year I won. You didn't like that.
I didn't like
when Miss Pat gave me the DVD. You didn't like that.
I didn't like
you told me no, and I told you, well, I had a whole different vision. So that's
Nicole,
the same thing.
I didn't like the costume and the hair, and if I can recollect, you got like 5th or 6th in talent that year that you won. So
I won.
You won the pageant. But
and actually, no, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
But I won. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you do have to just still follow your own mind.
Yeah, Nicole, we talk about the categories because remember, I ain't even throw other people under the bus, but you had a costume that was finished. The other two wasn't finished because somebody working on somebody else.
Didn't nobody know that? You knew that. Didn't nobody know that?
Okay, so we're not gonna go into that. So we're gonna go on to our next topic. As a title holder, you are not the fan favorite. The people are not living for you. How would you handle it and find the strength to move forward? Giselle?
You, as a title holder, the people are not living for me.
Yeah, say if you was the title holder, you won the pageant, and the people wasn't living for you, and they just didn't see you as a fan favorite, and who should have won the pageant. How would you move? How would you handle the situation and move forward?
Well, I think if you're not the fan favorite, that's fine. I mean, it happens all the time. You have 365 days to, in a sense, gain or pull some of those people over to your favor and show them, hey, this is why I won. Maybe you can change somebody's mind, but ultimately, if you're not the fan favorite, the fan can win the next year. You can crown the fan favorite. Don't let the people not liking you or not feeling that you should win deter your reign. you won. So enjoy it for that year and hope that you can gain new fans. But if you cannot, then let them crown the fan favorite the next year. That's my mindset.
Dominique, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard because I've been through it. I've experienced it, and you know, and the first time it happened, it ruined my whole year because I spent the whole time trying to prove myself to people, and I forgot to have a good time. I forgot to enjoy the experience that I was blessed to have because I was trying to please the people. And you just can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just have to do you, and either they're gonna like you or they're not, and you just keep on going.
I think for me, I don't never even think if I'm the crowd favorite or not. Once I won. I ain't even think about nobody else. I don't care if y'all thought I should have won or not. At the end of the day, I won, and that's gonna be that. And I'm gonna move forward with what I got to do as the queen.
Right.
Period. You know, I don't even care. You know about any of that. We have been talking about shifty wig makers and clothing designers for a lot on the show. Let's talk about contestants that never pay makeup artists, hairstylists, backup dancers, gown designers.
What trend?
Okay, let's call a spade a spade. But y'all, there's some girls out here that ain't paid for their stuff.
I think that, yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of people.
There are some girls who do the pageant, and you know they hoping on the prize package so they could pay their backstage helper. They'll pay a couple of dancers. So yeah, it happens all the time. I'm assuming.
I have heard backup dancers talk about somebody haven't paid them, and they won 4-5 years ago.
Oh Lord, no.
And then they were like, "No, for real, that's for real." And then I was like, "Well, have you asked?" And they said, "We just got tired of asking."
But I mean, you've already danced. If you go on stage without getting paid, I mean,
yeah, you know,
it's already did it.
I think the whole pageant culture is just so crazy for you to do your services and not get paid for your services, and you're dancing for somebody. Bitch, get your money beforehand, because you know it's shady people out here, and like Giselle said, it's a lot of people that will say, "Oh, I was depending on winning the pageant or my envelope to pay you." No, don't do that. But if they do that, let me know, because I will bless them for you. You ain't got to say nothing. I'm just going to say, I heard this girl or this guy don't pay their dancers. So be cautious. I'll say it for you. You ain't got to say nothing. I'll say it for you.
Wait a minute, who said that's the Aries for you? What happened? Actually, I don't even know.
Angelique said that. That's an Aries for you.
I wasn't with the Aries, baby. Ooh, don't do it, honey.
But then too, but I want to flip that. But then too, to some of the girls' credit, there are a lot of times that girls come to the pageant, and this has happened to me, that you go to a pageant and you have people say, or you have promoters or prelim say, "Hey, we're going to get your room." So you've already allocated this money. Then when they fall short, you got to take this money to cover this. So I mean, it's not just solely the girl that maybe the intention is to pay, but because other people didn't do their part, that money has to be dispersed other places. So
and when that happens, I have learned from that mistake. Like when people tell me, "Oh, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna take care of this for you," I go ahead and take care of it, just in case they don't take care of it, because I won't be looking stupid when I need to take care of it. You know. So, and if they give it to me, I'll put that money somewhere else.
Right.
Right there, what Giselle just said. I'm so tired of queens, and when I say queens, I'm talking about girls and boys who get on stage and talk about all the misfortunes they had to get to this point, and then you don't win, but you don't tell us your whole life story on stage, and you don't probably fucking U-Haul for 9 hours to get here. But I'm like, if your stuff not together, why are you here? Going back to Dominique, well, I was talking about Dominique, these priorities are just crazy with some people, because their priorities is, let me do this pageant and do this gospel talent that 900 people done did before.
Did y'all say somebody didn't get paid?
Yeah, that's why I messaged you. Said this is your topic. Bring your ass on.
But y'all say somebody didn't get paid.
Read the question again, Chevelle.
The question was, we have been talking about shifty wig makers and clothing designers. Let's talk about contestants that never pay makeup artists, hairstylists, backup dancers, and gown designers. Let's call a spade a spade.
Trent, I'm sure some girls that haven't paid you.
Come on, Trent.
Listen, do y'all remember when the girls didn't pay Gustavo one year? He posted all their names.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say this. My list is longer than his. But I gave the girls grace. I got my practice from that. And I ain't never going through that no more. You live and you learn. And that was poor business on my end too. Because I should have made sure I had my money up front before I started the job. But I was just trusting the girls to keep their word as I kept mine.
Send me their names so I can. You ain't got to say it. I'll say their names so I can tell people don't do business with them.
Because Chevelle, don't you remember time the dancers and all that stuff? They didn't ask for deposits. But then it just seemed like all of a sudden everybody was bringing out contracts. I won't have my money up front at your first rehearsal. You're going to pay another percentage.
Zodiac mess.
Baby,
I'm not saying
goes down now.
Shout out to our money. Former ruler, baby. I love our money, though. I love our money. My money still ain't paid me. It's been this is our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Our money. I mean, you or your kids can run me something now.
Oh my God.
Maybe I should have left Trent in the blackout room. I shouldn't have called for Trent.
Yeah, y'all
money.
Y'all play too much. Y'all play too much on this show, honey. I promise you, y'all play too much.
Armani, I did not bring you back to talk about that. I didn't know about it. I just wanted to
You could have gave me like $20 a year. No, I love my nigga. I hope she found me in Yosef. Shout out to Mona all the time. She got the nastiest walking. I love her, man.
Do y'all think that pageant should give score sheets and comment cards at the end, like after each pageant? That goes like every pageant, even close. Yourself.
I think that you should do. If you do that, they have whatever reason to do it. That's just the rule. So they don't do it. They don't do it. And if you have a problem with it, don't do that.
I mean, for a newcomer, I think they should get your score sheets, but a pageant like other than newcomer, I think you should maybe like what do you call it? Overall ranking where you felt. What is it going to? It's not going to change the winner. So you're pretty much just wasting time and paper. No, don't pass them out. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I'm on the fence on that because you remember when Jeffrey redid the scores and he actually won Wesley. So I don't know.
But I mean, that's one instance. And how many pageants has it been? That's one time where the winner has changed. But there's pageants. There's like 100 pageants every year. So I mean that
I mean, I just feel like who is it hurting not to give them those
It happened at other pageants.
Yeah, it happened. And think about how many times people didn't get that score sheet, and when they should have been added up, that the outcome would have been different.
But you know what? You know what I'm mad about? They used to always call me a troublemaker, and I used to call the shit out when they was cheating. I would get in the middle of you bitches cheated. Y'all didn't do right. And it wasn't just for my girl. It was for any other girl I felt was cheated. I know you bitches say do right. But you know what? Let me tell you, I saw a very noble person before one time, right? Mocha Montrese did Continental many, many years, right? The year our money won Continental, somebody stopped Mocha. She was going to catch a cab. And they said, Mocha, you should have won. Mocha looked back. She said, that's all right, baby. I'll be back next year. She jumped in her cab and she punched it. So sometimes, of course, you tell me the goddamn thing. If you really want to come back.
Well, that is
yeah, but sometimes if you're in that position,
Nicole, let Neil say what he's going to say.
That is my problem sometimes. people pick and choose when they want to be upset about score sheets at different systems, because y'all go and run to Chicago every year and they can work you. We knowing that this bitch gonna win or this boy gonna win, and you going for runner up, and you don't even question, oh, what my score sheets? But you come down to Atlanta and be like, oh, I didn't see my score sheets. No, bitch, had that same energy in Chicago where they worked you and you blatantly won. And that is my problem with the girls, why they be so inconsistent for me, and why I can't take a lot of girls serious.
Nicole, what you was gonna say?
I mean, well, of course you would say that when you were the person who had got the scores wrong. But
yeah,
if people want to know what happened, or they want to go back and they want to go look at it, that's on them.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to that. So I competed that night. I would like to see my scores that night. I would like to know where I fell at. I would like to know who it was who worked me. Those are the things I want to know as a contestant.
Me too.
Not
as
as a judge, but as
you
a
thought
contestant.
you won the year before you won. As a contestant.
Well, and guess what? I wanted to know. But you've never been in that position. You've never been in that position. So imagine how that child felt the night when you got the scores wrong and he added them up and he said, no, I won. Imagine how he felt. He missed his moment.
Oh yeah, but you missed your moment too.
Well, all right, but that was the end of that.
Well, I want to say this,
That's
but hey,
and I'm fine with it because it was an
okay.
error.
I want to say that because I want to say what I gotta say because everybody said their opinion on how they feel about the score sheet. I want to say that I feel like I want to see where I landed and where I fell short, so I can know, like Nicole said, where I fell short at in the pageant. I want to know that. I want to know the person that gave me the score that they gave me, so I can ask them, what did you not like about whatever happened? Because I might be doing this again. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be doing this again. Probably, like if I'm a pageant goer and do pageants, I'm going to do this in another pageant. So I need to figure out what I need to fix when I go before I take this to another pageant. Because guess what? Y'all might not give me the score sheets in time by the time I get ready to think to do this other pageant, and then I do this other pageant, and they get me for the same thing. And I continue to do this thing over and over. And that's why I'm not getting my just due, because I didn't know what to fix. So that's why I feel like, you should give the contestant their critique sheets. What are the judges sitting there for?
Right, that's true.
Okay.
And then what you holding them for?
Yeah,
Right.
And better yet, what you holding them for, and why do you even have them write stuff down if we're not going to see them?
Right.
Okay.
Now I totally agree with that.
Okay.
And I hate
I definitely think there should be a master score.
Y'all are hypocrites. Yeah, okay.
No,
we're hypocrites.
I'm a hypocrite. Okay, so here you go. Y'all told me months back, or not y'all, but the folks were saying my dress was some type of way. I just put my dress on a few weeks ago and worn the pageant in my old dress. Whereas I had 2 judges tell me one thing and all the other judges gave me a perfect score. Then I just did this pageant and all the judges gave me a perfect score.
And I'm going to say this. Neil said that we're all being hypocrites. Neil, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not being a hypocrite because the pageants that I lost, I probably knew the reason why I lost them. That's why I didn't ask for no score sheet. So, and if I wasn't,
it's not about asking for a score sheet if they're not giving score sheets away.
When I did Heavenly and I lost, I knew
why. The question was if they should give them.
Yes,
right. Well, that's the point I was about to make. The question was, should they? Because the one thing that I can say, once again, love the system. As somebody that competed in America, we gave verbal critiques. Each contestant had a chance to sit before the panel of judges, and they gave you their critiques right there to you verbally right after the pageant. And just like you said, what you're writing them down for, if you're not going to give, what are you finna do? Go back and look over them?
Yeah.
Give them to the contestant.
They're gonna dock them up. They can make it look like the person won. But
now they only do the top 10.
it's imperative that people have great backstage helpers too, to help minimize whatever flaws may go to the stage. You need somebody back there with you who ain't watching the pageant, who ain't fraternizing with anybody. Y'all got to make sure y'all have that too when y'all go to these pageants, because
that still don't have nothing to do with that paper.
Well, I mean, it also takes.
No, I'm talking about minimizing flaws, Nicole.
And the contestant.
And I'm talking about that paper.
And you get crazy. Take the headband off.
And what you saying? And what you were saying, Giselle?
I was going to say it also takes the contestant, the person who's doing the pageant, to be very accountable and cognizant. You know that when you put this dress on, that it's too short. So why would you get out there and hope that the judge is not going to see the length? You know that this shoe does not match this gown, or that the zipper is wavy. So you have to take accountability, and I think that lacks in pageantry with contestants. They want to kind of slide by, and then when things don't go their way, they want to say, "Oh, this judge is giving me for this." No, you knew it was wrong when you put it on. You knew it was wrong when you packed it. So we have to be accountable as well.
Well, then guess what? Then you write that on my score sheet and you give me my score sheet.
But why would I have to write it when you knew it was like that before you brought it?
Because you're judging.
Oh my God.
Because you're the judge. That's why.
But
because you're the judge.
But you do pageants that they don't give score sheets out, so it don't matter.
And on that note,
if I want them, I ask them.
We want to thank y'all for coming to Our Point of View each and every Wednesday night. We will do an after show where we can continue to talk about these judges. We can continue to talk about score sheets, and we don't have no time limit on it. So if y'all want to join us, come and join us at the after show on YouTube and on our Facebook page, Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube and Our Point of View on Facebook. We will have an after show in 15 minutes after this show is over. Giselle, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Giselle, you should come on the after show, Giselle, because I haven't got a piece of you yet.
From the crooked judge.
But if you want to subscribe to us once again, please hit me up at any one of our panelists, and they will direct you towards me and what we need to get your advertisement here on Our Point of View. Don't forget to go subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube and hit that little bell and give us all of your subscriptions, and go like the Our Point of View page on Facebook. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. We love y'all for free. Thank you, Trent. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. Love y'all.
And we will see y'all
You
on
know
the
what? I got something I want to. Oh, I'm waiting for the after show because
I may not be on the after show. Say it.
Ooh, honey, I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. I gotta go. 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 If I tell you the kids had came in and tuned in tonight, baby. Yes, they did, honey. I hope y'all got y'all juice, cause guess what, baby? I got mine. I can tell y'all one thing. Y'all better tune in next week, baby, for the next episode of the Boom Boom Show. I gotta go. Honey, I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. Baby. Ooh, honey. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.